Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can we please stand? Tando Dlamini, our youngest Matric, will now ring the bell to get our 2025 Matric Valedictory underway. That will be followed by our Matrics leading in and taking their seats. If we can please remain standing until the Matrics have all taken their seat.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to do something. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past, while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in the star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about.
Good afternoon. Everyone can take a seat. I would like to start off this afternoon by welcoming our headmaster, Mr. Skeepers, president of the Old Boys Union, Mr. Van Ketz, my fellow staff members, parents and family, special guests, heads of our feeder schools and campus schools, donors of prizes, the grade 8s to 11s of Wynberg, and especially our matric class of 2025. 5 years ago, these matrics entered Wynberg unsure of what to expect. Their grade 8 year started with a week of online school. They couldn't start the year off with a grade 8 hike like it usually does. This only took part later in the year alongside the grade 11s as their matric buddies were already busy with their exams. Things were thus different for this group compared to the usual Wynberg grade 8 groups from day one. They were challenged with overcoming difficulties, and I think today's weather very much played a part in, or is a perfect metaphor for what they've been through. Okay, a year later, they became the first grade 9 group to do the Supera Moras hike, following in the footsteps of what their matric buddies did in their grade 11 year. Heat and dehydration are usually the issues to deal with on hikes that Wynberg go on, but this Supera Moras hike was different. They were hit with howling winds and sideways rain, with temperatures reaching as low as 5 degrees on the way up. A challenge was thrown in front of this group, and they found a way to get through this together. As per usual, your grade 10 year will most likely be remembered for Nyamazela. Wynberg hiked new areas in the Cederberg, and this group happened to be the first that had the privilege to do the Wolfberg Cracks as a day hike, a route that hikers from all over the world wish to tick off their list. These boys in front of me became men out in the Cederberg. Nowhere does a Wynberg boy show the spirit of overcoming difficulties like in the Cederberg. I had an individual in my group that told me not 100 meters out of base camp on day one that he won't be able to make it. That same learner was the first one to run back into base camp 9 days later after 105 kilometers of hiking. Skipping to your matric year, the year was marked with numerous inclusions in SA squads across all sports, along with an amazing Great Gatsby production, to name a few things. As a matric group, you led the school in winning the KFM School Prize, Spirit Prize. The true Supera Moras spirit shown by this group on weekends definitely helped the first team finish basically 1 point shy of obtaining a Headmaster's Grand Slam, something that hasn't been achieved by a first team in quite some time. You guys were at your breakfast this morning, and actually David touched on a point there that I want to leave a message with you guys as well as you head into your final exams and beyond. Please make sure in this time ahead that you guys take care of the small things. The small things are the important things, and if you take care of those, the big things will look after themselves. Can I please ask that Lukobo Makwedeni, Muzamil Solomon, and James Berger come to the front for the reading of the prayers, and also that everyone stands for the pipe band to play the national anthem, and that people do not sing along. Thank you.
Good afternoon to my fellow Weinberg brothers, staff, and parents who travel a long way to get here. The Bible verse we're reading today is from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29 to 31. It reads, "He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even the youth grow tired and weary, and the young men stumble and fall. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like angels. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'll be doing a prayer for the matrics. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qala rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma mahdina fi man hadayt wa afina fi man afayt wa tawallana fi man tawallayt wa barik lana fi ma atayt. وكنا شر ما قضيت فإن تقضي ولا يقضى عليك وإنه يذل من وليت ولا يئز من آديت تباركت ربنا وتعالى. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. O my Lord, expand my chest, ease my thoughts for me, and remove the impediment from my speech, so they may understand what I say. O Allah, guide us with those whom you have guided, and strengthen us with those whom you have given strength. Take us to your care with those whom you have taken to your care, and bless us in what you have given us. Protect us from the evil you have ordained. Surely you command and are not commanded, and none whom you have committed to your care shall be humiliated. You are blessed, our Lord, and exalted. Amen.
Let us bow our heads in prayer. Dear Lord, as we reach the end of our school journeys, I wanted to thank you for bringing us to this stage of our lives. Now that we venture into a world filled with evil, may you be the hand that guides us towards the good. I pray that you fill our futures with success and joy, and that all these boys reach their highest potential. I ask that you will serve as the driving force of our futures, and that we remain gracious with every gift we receive. Allow us to remain people of God, as in future you keep us from evil as it tempts us. As our journeys continue, we may face great challenges and trials. I pray you will provide us with the strength and comfort we need. In future, I pray that those who know you seek you in times of need and praise you in their successes, and those who don't find you in their journeys ahead and build a relationship with you. I pray this all in your gracious name. Amen.
A charge based on the words of John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the United States, and the speeches and writings of Oliver Reginald Tambo. We seek to create a united, democratic, and non-racial society. We have a vision of South Africa in which black and white shall live and work together as equals in conditions of peace and prosperity. Using the power you derive from the discovery of the truth about racism in South Africa, you will help us to remake our part of the world into a corner of the globe of which all of humanity can be proud. It is our responsibility to break down barriers of division and create a country where there will be neither whites nor blacks, just South Africans, free and united in diversity. We all belong to South Africa, and South Africa belongs to all of us. Of those to whom much is given, much is required. At some future date, when the High Court of History sits in judgment on each one of us, recording whether we, in our brief span of service, fulfilled our responsibilities. Whether we succeeded or failed in whatever office we held, we will all be measured by the answer to these questions. First, were we truly people of courage? Did we have the courage to stand up for what is right and to resist public pressure? Secondly, were we people of good judgment? Did we learn from our mistakes as well as the mistakes of others? Thirdly, were we people of integrity? Did we never run away from what we knew to be our true principles? Finally, were we people of dedication devoted to serving the good of all? With God's help, may these be the qualities which characterize the lives of the young men who go out from this school.
Good morning. I will be awarding the colors and, the blues and the honors awards for culture. We ask that the audience please hold their applause until the end of each group throughout the morning. Gents, when you come up to get your award, please lead up and go directly to Ms. Hubert and then for your photograph. Blues awards. Mujahid Khamildin, Multimedia. Michael Roman for Jazz Band and Concert Band. Christopher Talliard, Steel Band. Luke Jeevan for Pipe Band. Moain Adams, Concert Band. Cole Goliath for Vocal Ensemble. Honors Awards. Michael Webner for Multimedia. Zachary Becker, Multimedia. Daniel Price, Multimedia. Thomas Delaney Parker, Multimedia. Kian Vasson for Chess. Benjamin Birch, Chess. Christopher Talliard for Pipe Band and Jazz Band. Seth Hermanus, Jazz Band and Concert Band. Damien Philander, Jazz Band and Concert Band. Warwick Wilson, Jazz Band and Concert Band. Bonolo Gala, Vocal Ensemble. Luko Mtwana, Concert Band, and Paco Reynolds for Steel Band. I will now call out the special prizes for culture. The Stephen Bell Chess Trophy for the best chess player goes to Kian Vasson. The Sean Moyer Trophy for dedication to the concert band goes to Damien Philander. The Preston Cup for piano sight reading goes to Damien Philander. And the Abbott Cup for the best run society is awarded to the Umanyano Society, and I'm going to ask Peters, please, to come up to collect.
Good afternoon. This is the Sports Awards for Matrix 2025. Blues Awards, Basketball, Logan Heath. Cricket, Luke Kleinsmith, Mohammed Isha Khan. Water Polo, Sebastian Caston. And Hockey, Zach Alexander. Now hand out the Rugby Blues. Albert Lawrence, Jamie Stride, Kunene Gadu, Noah Gila, Luke Miller, and Chiribo Karahumba. Soccer Blues are awarded to Ashton Bright, Anique Williams, Tyler Peterson, Squash, Paco Reynolds, Hockey Umpiring, Ethan Daniels, and Zachary Gibbon. Special Blues Award as well for Junaid Bedford. We move on to Honours Awards. Basketball, Christian Gonzalez. Cricket, Paul James. Hockey, Zachary Gibbon and Ethan Daniels. Honours for Rugby, Jathan Orange, Lukobo Makudini, Yakin Ahmed. Soccer, Tristan Miller. First Aid, Shabazz Khan, Benjamin Budge, and Kamlin Reddy. We now move on to the Special Sport Trophy Awards. For basketball, we have the Scott and Hamish Heidi Trophy for passion and commitment in basketball, Christian Gonzalez. The next few trophies are all cricket trophies. The Hofmeyer Cup for the best all-rounder, James Berger. Martin Stoffel Cup for the best fielder in the first 11, Storm van Rooyen. The Powell Family Cup for best batsman in the first 11, Paul James. The Bridgens Family Cup for the most promising cricketer in the first 11, Paul James. The Weitz Family Cup for the best bowler in the first 11, Mohammad Ishaq Khan. The Jacques Callis Trophy for outstanding cricketer of the year, Paul James. Angola's Family Cup for standout performance by our first team cricketer, Storm van Rooyen. The next award is for tennis, the Larry Fenton Memorial Trophy, tennis doubles, Seth Trantal. The next set of trophies are awarded to hockey players. The Constantia Hockey Club Trophy for the most improved first team player, Zach Alexander. The Constantia Hockey Club Trophy for achievement, Zachary Gibbon. And the Bromberger Clark Shield for contribution of hockey, Ethan Daniels. And we move on to rugby trophies. The Badenhorst Family Cup for exceptional leadership in the first 15, Jathan Orange. The Frank Duke Cup for outstanding sportsmanship in rugby, Jamie Stride. The KJ Pretorius Trophy for the most improved first team, 15 player, Noah Giller. The RP Connellan Trophy for the loyalty and team spirit in rugby, Yakin Ahmed. And Players Player Trophy as voted by the first 15, Jathan Orange. For soccer, we have the Football Sportsman of the Year, and that goes to Tristan Miller. And then finally, we have squash, senior squash champion, Paco Reynolds. Thank you.
Right, the academic prizes for 2025. Okay. All right, back to the academic prizes. The following boys all achieved a distinction in one subject: Kodwa Bobello, Jude Boyson, Intle Chikiso, Ronan Collin, Matthew Dentoner, Bonolo Gala, Logan Heath, Zahir Jakut, Declan James, Zach Jonathan, Chiripo Karaumba, Ayola Nonsasa, Jathan Orange, Luca Rentz, Michael Stander, Timothy Sylvester, Nathan Titus, Robert van Blurk. Then distinctions in 2 subjects, Hayden James. The following boys are awarded academic colors. Muhammad Zalganka with 1 distinction. Alex Speed, 1 distinction. Adam Parker, 1 distinction. Tristan Miller, 1 distinction. Paul James, 3 distinctions. Adam Innes, 2 distinctions. Cole Goliath, 2 distinctions. Muhammad Jihad Abrahams, 1 distinction. Pivan Singh, 2 distinctions. Saluddin Anthony, 2 distinctions. Tayyib Dyer, 3 distinctions. Jack House, 4 distinctions. And Kian Mosley, 3 distinctions, and the subject prize for mathematical literacy. The following boys achieved academic blues. Kane McClure with 3 distinctions. Muhammad Amin Schroeder, 3 distinctions. Simamkele Peter, 3 distinctions, and the subject prize for isiXhosa. Cameron Lucky, 1 distinction. Amir Abrahams, 3 distinctions. Thomas Zelli, 3 distinctions. Michael Roman, 3 distinctions. Suleiman Jabbar, 3 distinctions, and the subject prize for civil technology construction. Camlin Reddy, 4 distinctions. James Berger, 3 distinctions. Francis de Klerk, 4 distinctions, and the subject prize for visual arts. And John T. Albrecht, 4 distinctions. The following boys I'll call up in 2 groups, and that is for academic honors. Dylan Edwards with 4 distinctions. Seth Amanis, 5 distinctions. Chibike Bruce Igaligi, 4 distinctions. Mahir Ori, 5 distinctions. Benjamin Budge, 5 distinctions. Paco Reynolds, 4 distinctions. Benjamin Thompson, 4 distinctions. Damien Philander, 5 distinctions, and the Templeton Subject Prize for music. The rest of the academic honors: Ross Bremer, 3 distinctions, and the subject prizes for electrical technology, electronics, and engineering, graphics, and design. Kian Vassan, subject distinctions, 4 subject distinctions. Muhammad Amir Rawut, 5 subject distinctions, and the Eric Tasker subject prize for history. James Giles, 6 distinctions, and the subject prize for accounting. Ashton Bright, 6 distinctions. Muhammad Farhan Parker, 6 distinctions. Nikolai Conero, 6 distinctions. Warwick Wilson, 6 distinctions. And Christopher Talyart, 7 distinctions, and the subject prize for information technology. The top positions in grade 12 for 2025. Third in grade 12 with an average of 89.4, achieving distinctions in accounting, Afrikaans, economics, English home language, information technology, life orientation, and mathematics, and academic honors, Zuhair Kafar. Second in grade 12 with an average of 91.9, achieving subject distinctions in accounting, Afrikaans, economics, English home language, life orientation, life sciences, and mathematics. The D.F. Moras Subject Prize for Afrikaans First Additional Language, and the Subject Prize for Economics and Academic Honors, Muzamil Solomons. First in grade 12, with an average of 93.8%, achieving distinctions in Afrikaans, English home language, further studies mathematics, geography, life orientation, life sciences, mathematics, and physical sciences. The R.M. Friedlander Subject Prize for English home language, the Subject Prize for further studies mathematics, the Elf Morris Subject Prize for geography, subject prizes for life orientation and life sciences, the W.E. Bowden Subject Prize for mathematics, the F.G. Thorpe Subject Prize for physical sciences, academic honors, the Old Boys Award for the top academic, and the Martin Cleveland Trophy for the Duck Scholar of the School, Zachary Gibbon.
It gives me great honor to read out the special prizes and awards. With these prizes, I'm going to ask them to just come up one by one, and we can clap after everyone. The Jan de Waal Award for the most outstanding final year engineering student goes to Suleiman Jabbar. The PwC Award for Accounting and Mathematics goes to Zuhair Kafar. The Mark Schaefer Trophy for Bilingualism goes to Damien Philander. Most of the following ones have a bit of a citation that I will read for you guys as well. The Bob Adshade Memorial Trophy for the Best Visual Art Portfolio of the Year, as voted by the Matric art students, goes to Michael Roman. Michael embodies the spirit of this award: creativity, dedication, humility, and outstanding artistry. Chosen by his peers, he was praised as the most helpful person ever in art, known for his quiet determination, generosity, and consistent work ethic. His breathtakingly creative artworks and unmatched dedication earned him selection for a Matric workshop at the Zeitz-Mocha, reflecting his talent and commitment. Michael's portfolio shows both technical skill and emotional depth, leaving a lasting impact on those around him. As one classmate said, he is truly one in a million. The Labia History Prize for the best history project based on original research goes to Mohammed Amir Rawoot. Mohammed Amir conducted an in-depth research project on the Angolan War, showing exceptional dedication and insight into a complex politically charged conflict. He explored the war's historical, social, and geopolitical dimensions with careful analysis and balance. Undertaken during the tense Cold War and apartheid era, his work demonstrated courage, critical thinking, and a mature grasp of the historical forces involved. The Stephen Deutsch Business Award for Aptitude and Academic Excellence in the Commerce field goes to Zuhair Kafar. The Epworth Prize for the most work in the field of music is shared between Michael Roman and Warwick Wilson. Warwick has been a solid member of the music department since grade 8. He has played a major role in all bands and activities that the department offers. Warwick was a member of the concert band, jazz band, choir, leader of the vocal ensemble, participated in 2024's musical Grease, and also performed with a gig band and participated in Concert in the Quad and the Battle of the Bands. Michael has been involved in every aspect of the music department. He's played in the concert band, jazz band, gig band, performed in Concert in the Quad and Battle of the Bands, and served the department excellently as one of our cultural prefects this year. Over and above this, he also performed at the Great Gatsby production this year. The Jubber Cup for outstanding contribution to culture goes to Damien Philander. Damien has served the music department with dedication and maturity. Thoroughly organized, he has been a leader of both the concert band and the choir. He's been a member of the choir, concert band, jazz band, and pipe band, and has played the piano for assemblies, the school musical, and on ad hoc basis for the string ensemble. He's distinguished himself and vicariously the school through achieving associateship diploma of the Royal School of Music and is a multiple category medal winner at local Eistedt Fudo. The Nicola Jordan Trophy for outstanding service to culture goes to Christopher Talyard. A dedicated member of the pipe band for 5 years, he made a major impact on the drum section. He also contributed to the jazz band for 3 years and the steel band for at least 2, likely longer. Always the first to assist at concerts and rehearsals, he demonstrated unwavering diligence and support for others, playing an instrumental role in assisting the Spirit Band. The Pippa Richardson Shield for service to the school goes to Camlin Reddy. Camlin has done an impeccable job in serving the school in his role as service prefect this year. He not only has serviced the school community himself, but has always tried to encourage others to get themselves involved. The Wagyu and Banti Ubear Award for service beyond the call of duty to the wider community goes to Liam Lawrence. Each year during the first term and third term holidays, Liam goes on missionary trips to various underprivileged areas around the country, such as Vredendal and Melkootfontein, amongst others. He's been committed to this outreach every year since grade 10. These trips include working with young children and adults alike. This is not something that Liam has always publicized, which is testament to his humility and willingness to serve without recognition. The Azrael Fine Bursary goes to Uleletu Makubalu. Uliletu plans on studying civil engineering next year. The Thorpe Rankin Award goes to Chibike Bruce Igiligi. Chibike aims to study medicine at university next year. The following 5 bursaries and scholarships will only be awarded after the results of their final NSC exams. They are the Vernon Carmichael Bursary, the William Clegg Bursary, the Kaplan Kashlink Scholarship, Bill Lennox Scholarships, and the Matthew Family Bursary. On to the next one, the Rotary Goodfellow Award. To the pupil who has displayed outstanding ability during the year in promoting healthy goodwill and fair play among his fellows, goes to Bryn Moffat. Bryn has consistently promoted goodwill amongst his peers and the broader school community. As a prefect, he has used his leadership role to foster meaningful relationship with both students and staff. Bryn is a mature individual and combined with being an attentive listener and an authentic individual, is approachable to everyone with whom he engages. He has embodied the school's core value of respect, inclusivity, and honesty, qualities that have uplifted those around him, whether in his tutor group, house, sports team, or grade. The Friedlander Memorial Award for diligence and service to the school goes to Michael Webner. Michael has given hundreds of hours of service and hard work to the school. He has never shied away from giving up his time, over and above the expectation of a multimedia leader. Michael has also managed the media team, worked with media teams from other schools, dedicated countless hours to the major production, and worked extra hours to ensure that everything ran smoothly before any school event. He has added value to the quality of multimedia at school and is a worthy recipient of this award. The David Heidman Prize for Courage and Determination in the Face of Great Adversity goes to Storm van Rooyen. In grade 11, Storm faced the devastating loss of his father, his greatest role model. Showing remarkable strength, he delivered a heartfelt tribute and vowed to honor their shared dream of becoming a professional cricketer. Soon after, he returned to the field with renewed purpose, producing exceptional performances, 2 half-centuries and consecutive centuries at Cape schools, and becoming one of the first 11's most reliable batsmen. His leadership and energy, especially in the field, have uplifted his team. Realizing that the road to professional cricket may not be direct, Storm has worked hard academically and earned acceptance to the University of Western Cape, where he will continue pursuing both his studies and his cricketing ambitions, a true testament to his resilience and determination. The Wichman Cup to the most outstanding silver badge prefect, as voted by the prefect body, goes to Uliletu Makubalu. Uliletu has been exceptional in every responsibility entrusted to him as a prefect this year. He has served not only his house with distinction, but also the entire prefect body. In all that he did, Uliletu embodied the school's values, from his appearance to the way he interacted with peers, fellow students, and staff. It is no surprise that his fellow prefects voted him as the most outstanding prefect who is not the head or deputy head prefect. The Wade Bertram Award to the pupil who has enhanced the name and spirit of the school as voted by the Matric class goes to Jathan Orange. Joining Wynberg in grade 11 from Namibia was a major step for 17-year-old Jathan, yet he adapted with maturity and enthusiasm. He immersed himself in school life, contributing across sporting codes and earning respect for his strong work ethic and high standards on and off the rugby field. His dedication was recognized through his appointments as Littlewood Prefect and rugby captain in Matric. A natural leader, Jathan often volunteered for weekend hostel duties with fellow Prefect Chiripo, maintaining order and earning the trust of the housemasters. His integrity, leadership, and lasting impact on the Wynberg community will be remembered with pride. The Old Boys Sports Award for the Best Sporting Achievement of the Year is shared between Paul James and Yakin Ahmed. Paul was selected for the SA Under-19 cricket side that played in a series against Bangladesh and Zimbabwe, while Yakin was selected to the SA Under-20 rugby training camp for the World Cup. The Casper Cup to the Sportsman of the Year goes to Jathan Orange. For those who do not know, Jathan represented Western Province Rugby at the Craven Week this year and was also a member of the zonal athletics team. The Abelson Cup to the grade 12 pupil who has done the most for the school in 2025 goes to Chabike Bruce Igiligi. Chabike is a young man whose dedication, energy, and leadership have made an extraordinary impact on every corner of our school life. Academically, he has earned honors, represented Wynberg in the Math Olympiad and the UCT Maths competition, and consistently challenged himself to excel. On the sports field, he has contributed across multiple disciplines, played second-team soccer, third-team tennis, and open-team squash, prioritizing teamwork. His service to the school community has been remarkable. As head boy and deputy chairman of the RCL, a tutor representative, and a member of the service committee, he's been involved in initiatives ranging from ushering at plays and school events, sales for the Sunset Concert, and helping to organize the fruit drive, to leading a sustainability project at homeless shelters. In debating, he has shown as first-team captain, representing Wynberg at Western Province Trials and earning a special award at the Rotary Tournament. He has also contributed to school life through the Christian Union and by representing Wynberg on 2 broadcast channels. He embodies initiative, commitment, and heart, giving tirelessly of his time and talent. It is with immense pride that we present him with this award and thank him for his service to the school. The Andrew Feinstein Cup to the best all-rounder in grade 12, academic, sport, culture, and service, goes to Zachary Gibbon. Zachary is a young man who has excelled in every sphere of school life. Heard earlier, academically, he is this year's Dux of the school. He has represented Wynberg in both the UCT Maths Olympiad and the South African Maths Olympiad, showing a deep love of learning and intellectual challenge. On the sports field, he's been a great first-team hockey captain, earning over 50 caps and representing both Western Province and South Africa under 18A. He has also played Matric and fourth-team cricket and served as a consistent and respected hockey umpire. As deputy head prefect, he has led with integrity, kindness, and quiet authority. Apart from involving himself in general outreach programs, he initiated the fruit drive for a local school, chaired the Social Cohesion Committee, led an assembly on gender-based violence, and created the Wynberg WhatsApp community of committees and societies, strengthening connection across the school. He is a young man of excellence, empathy, and true leadership, a role model in every sense, and a most deserving recipient. The Honours Award to the pupil or pupils for outstanding performances which have brought honour to the school. Can I please ask all 10 of the house captains to come up? This award is being given to the school and more specifically to the Matric class as a whole. The vibes and energy for cheering and school spirit have been built over many years and by all of the men of Wynberg who chant louder. But this year saw us recognized on a national and world stage. Adverts for local and international brands, used by the Stormers to launch a campaign, featuring a Belgian docu-series, and more requests than we could accommodate. Our cheers were remixed, Will Smith freestyled over our beat, and we featured on radio stations as far as New Zealand. Winning the KFM award and being called to other neighboring schools to help with their cheering and buy-in further speaks to what our school has achieved. The Berg Storm has become synonymous with school spirit and leads up the front as we up the arrow. A small group of boys take charge of this and have driven many of the initiatives and excitement to demonstrate how much we love our school. This year, the Honours Award will be accepted by the House Captains on behalf of the Blue Stick and the White Lights. Hoya. The Neville Blackbeard, to the tutor group that has shown the most spirit, goes to Silvers, Miss Bruce Cook's tutor. Can all the matrics from this tutor group please come forward? This tutor group is truly a home away from home. Miss Bruce Cook deeply cares for her boys, always going the extra mile, whether with birthday treats, thoughtful advice, or check-ins during holiday. Her tutor group is among the most involved in the house and in the school, always eager to help, lead, and give back. It is no surprise that both the 2026 House Prefect and Deputy Head of Silverhurst House come from her group, a testament to her quiet guidance and their strong character. They consistently lead service drives, turning collections into fun, motivating challenges, often placing among the top tutor groups in the school. Mrs. Bruce Cook's tutor group are true role models, disciplined, united, hard-working, and full of good humor, even organizing their own tutor dinners outside of school. They are a true goalpost for what tutor groups should look like at Wynberg. On to our final prize, the Friedlander Shield. I will read the standings in reverse order. On 98 points in 10th position, Travato. 104 points in 9th position, Garrison. In 8th position on 157 points, McNaughton. In 7th position on 159 points, Oudewynberg. In 6th position on 168 points, Glebe. In 5th position on 171 points, Hawthornden. In 4th position on 194 points, Littlewood. In 3rd position on 195 points, Sunninghill. Once I read out the winning house, can the house prefect and house captain just come to the front? In 2nd position on 201 points, Tennant, which means in 1st position on 228 points is Silverhurst.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 Valedictory service. A special word of welcome to our special guests, Mr. Werner van Kets, President of the Old Boys Union, Mr. Cedric Pullman, Headmaster of Wynberg Boys Junior School, former headmasters of the campus schools, other headmasters and visiting staff present, members of the school governing body, parents, our academic staff present, members of the 2021 Matric class who can join their buddies today, young Wynberg men, and finally, our guests of honor, the class and Matric leavers of 2025. I'd like to start this valedictory with the following true story. When Howard Schultz, the man behind the global coffee empire, Starbucks, was a little boy growing up in the housing project of Brooklyn, New York, he never imagined he would one day be the CEO of the global company, Starbucks. His father was a truck driver with a spotty employment history and no job security. One day he slipped on a sheet of ice while working and was let go without any health insurance or support. Howard was just 7 years old. That experience etched itself into his heart, not as a memory of defeat and trepidation, but as a motivation to do better. He promised himself that if he ever had the chance to change things for others, he would. He worked his way through college on scholarships and part-time jobs. Nothing was handed to him. After graduation, he started working for a small housewares company. One day he noticed one of their clients, a small Seattle-based coffee shop named Starbucks, was ordering a lot of their equipment. Curious, he flew out to meet them. He fell in love not just with the coffee, but with the experience they were trying to create. He eventually joined Starbucks, and during a trip to Italy, he was captivated by their cafe culture in Milan, places where people met, talked, and connected over coffee. He came back with a vision to turn Starbucks into not just a place that sells coffee, but a place of community. At first, the company's owners were hesitant. They didn't see coffee shops the way he did. So Howard took a risk. He left Starbucks and started his own cafe business to prove his idea worked. Eventually, he raised enough money against huge odds to buy Starbucks itself and reshape it in the image of that vision. Under his leadership, Starbucks grew from 11 stores to over 30,000 worldwide. But what is more inspiring than the numbers is this. He gave healthcare benefits to part-time baristas because he never forgot what happened to his father. He created stock options for employees, calling them partners. He advocated for college tuition coverage for workers. And through it all, he stuck to the belief that business isn't just about profit, it's about people. Now, boys, you might wonder, why do I share this with you? You might be standing on the edge of the unknown. Maybe you don't come from privilege. Maybe your dreams feel bigger than your resources. Maybe the world waiting seems daunting, too complex, and too competitive. But take this from Howard Schultz's story. Where you start does not define where you will finish. The experiences that hurt you can become the fuel that drives you. You don't need to be born into success. You can build it step by step with purpose. So take your first step boldly. Even if the road looks uncertain, even if others don't believe in your dream or vision yet, you must be the first to believe in it. I hope that you'll recognize the correlation between my story and Wynberg Boys High School. Wynberg is a very unique place and has enabled you to recognize the importance of the following from the Howard Schultz's story. Firstly, the school has provided you with an experience over mostly 5 years of being in high school. Take the good and the bad from this experience and let it shape and define you. Secondly, the school has enabled you to have a vision and a purpose. Dream big and align your dreams to this vision and purpose. Thirdly, the school has shown you the importance of community. You do not live your life in isolation, and being part of a community gives purpose to your life. Fourthly, the school has enabled you to take calculated risks. Get out of your comfort zone and remember that a ship in a harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. And finally, the school has shown you the importance of people on your journey through life, and that it is truly only in serving others and giving of yourself that you are receiving so much more. I'd like to share the following 6 life lessons that will hopefully give you more perspective and insight on your life. Firstly, your parents. As a teenager, I'm sure you might think that your parents don't know much and that you have all the answers. However, as you get older, you will realize that most of the mistakes that you've made were actually because you did not take their advice to heart. Bill Gates mentions in one of his speeches to graduates that he had to learn a very important lesson before he could experience any success, namely that whenever things go wrong, start looking at yourself first before blaming others. Your parents are also often never to blame. You and you alone must own up to your mistakes. You're about to finish your school career here at Wynberg. Take some time to thank your parents for the emotional and financial support while attending this great school. Secondly, friends. I hope that you realize the value of friends. As a child, you do not really pick your friends, but you could as a teenager. Pick friends who will stick by you when things get tough. Be kind to your friends and value friendship, and more importantly, relationships. Keep in touch with your Wynberg friends once you leave school. You will make many other friends in life, but your Wynberg friends will always be there for you. Thirdly, opportunity. The world is constantly evolving and changing, especially at your age, but presenting you with endless opportunities. Seize these opportunities and make the most of them. Jack Welch, the former CEO of General Electric, used to say that flipping burgers in a Burger King should never be beneath you or your dignity. Your grandparents had another word for this kind of job. They called it opportunity. So always be aware of opportunities in life. Wynberg provided you with many opportunities and encouraged you to make the most of these opportunities. Fourthly, dedication. Being committed to something really shows your character, especially when things are hard. Things will not always go your way, but what is important is how you react when the unexpected happens. Very few of you will earn 300,000 Rand per year when you leave school. You'll also not be the vice CEO of a company straight after school. You'll also probably not get a company car when you leave school. Wynberg taught you that you only get what you deserve and what you work for. Unfortunately, it's only in a dictionary where the word success comes before work. Talent alone won't get you what you want. You need dedication to succeed. Point 5, work life. If you think your teachers were tough, wait until you work for a boss who is only interested in the bottom line of the company. Working life, unfortunately, does not consist of 4 terms with nice holidays in between. You often will only get around 20-odd leave days per year. Employers are also not prepared to give you the time to find yourself. You need to do this in your own time and after working hours. The most important thing that you can take from school into your work life is that 30% might be the pass rate for a school subject, but the 30% is definitely not the pass rate in the workplace, in a relationship, or in life. Wynberg taught you that only your best is good enough, and that if you have given 100% and you achieve 60%, then your 60% equates to 100%. You also need to remember that you need to work for at least 5 days a week, that it is okay to work on weekends and holidays, that your attitude determines your altitude and success, but that you need to have a balanced approach to life. So work hard, but also play hard, but in that order. Your academic results in the coming exams will probably determine your future, so be prepared and treat the coming exams as a high priority. And finally, your spiritual life. Your spiritual life is ultimately your anchor and foundation. Therefore, celebrate your youth. Do not run your body on poison, and take full responsibility for all of your actions. Do not use alcohol or drugs to find acceptance or to like yourself. Remember, you are never as good as people say you are, but you are also never as bad as people say you are. You need to feed your body with good nutrients to stay strong and healthy. The same is true for your spiritual life. Wynberg taught you good values, good manners, and how to be a Wynberg man. Make these lessons part of your DNA and not only empty words. Remember, some people believe that there's a correlation between your mental health and your spiritual health. Develop therefore good spiritual habits, because bad habits could potentially affect your mental health. In conclusion, I hope that you take away from Wynberg to say wow more often. Go places, move, discover, and bank every special event and smart move for another time to remember. Live your life according to this simple formula. Walk humbly. Be teachable and moldable. Remember you have limitations, that's normal. Embrace who you are and who you are not. Do justice. This requires faith and actions working together. Help those who hurt and defend the weak. Deal fairly with those you encounter. Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. Love kindness even if undeserved. Always be grateful. Know when to keep your mouth shut. Listen more, talk less. Strive for excellence, not perfection. Don't sweat the small stuff. Learn from the past, live in the present, but plan for the future. Life is all about perspective. And finally, I'd like to leave you with this poem from Dara Fleming called If I Ever Have Boys. It goes like this. If I ever have boys, they'll be dangerous men. They'll smile at dogs and children and be a tonic to friends. They'll send flowers to their mothers just because, and they'll be a shoulder for many when the world is too much. My boys will know that vulnerability is strength. They won't bottle anger, they'll learn how to express. They won't let pride be the reason they hide, wearing masks while they are hurting inside. No, my boys will be dangerous men. They won't stay silent even when it's uncomfortable for them. They learn that their actions are more effective than words, but they'll use their voices to amplify the unheard. They'll know that love isn't something to perform. They'll see beauty in all its forms. My boys won't grow learning to emotionally hide. They'll reshape masculinity into something they like. Make it softer to touch. They'll know that who they are is more than enough. They'll know that being a man doesn't mean carrying the burden alone. They'll learn that an emotional man is a man fully grown. They won't settle everything with violent swings. They live in truth even when that truth stings. So yeah, if I ever have boys, they'll be dangerous men. But the danger they'll be won't be the one society meant. My best wishes go to the matric leavers of 2025, and boys, go out and be dangerous men. Thank you.
"68% of teens feel pressure to get good grades. 41% of teens feel pressure to fit in. And 47% of teens feel pressured to look a certain way. Now, these statistics are not just numbers, but a mirror of the challenges we've faced, all of us, every single day. And yet we're here, still standing, still dreaming, and still believing in ourselves. Good afternoon, everyone. And though I must be honest, it feels strange to say good afternoon when our hearts are quietly learning to say goodbye. Goodbye to a community. Goodbye to a school. Goodbye to a home. Now, we all entered in different ways, some feeling confident, some feeling shy, some feeling like they'd have it all figured out, and some just trying to find their way. And along the journey, we learned patience when things didn't go to plan, resilience when we failed, and empathy when we saw others struggle. But most of all, we learned who we are, not who the world told us to be, not who others expected us to be, but who we truly are. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real victory to the end of 5 years. Not all the awards, not all the applause, but when you finally recognize yourself. So brothers, as we leave this place, I want you to remember this. Don't live someone else's life. Don't chase the noise of applause. Don't be who the world tells you to be, because I feel so often we fall into this trap of self-glorification, whether that be in the form of pride, looks, brains, physique, whatever area that might be. But when you fall into this trap, what often happens is that you see yourself striving to impress others rather than improve yourself. And I'll be the first to put up my hand in saying that I too have fallen into this trap. One too many times, and it's not something I'm proud of, but something I'm glad that has happened as it shaped me into who I am today. And something that I keep close to my heart that my dad would always tell me is that he would work towards being a nobody today so that he can be a somebody tomorrow. Because real leadership, real strength, it starts with authenticity. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's looking at your scars in the mirror and saying, this is still my story, and I don't have to change anything to prove anything to anyone. The famous rapper Kendrick Lamar said in one of his songs, everybody lacks confidence. How many times my potential was anonymous? Meaning that the difference between making it out there and being completely unknown is a matter of how much confidence do you have in yourself. Are you willing to have that extra self-belief? So brothers, today I'd like to think of ourselves like clay, shaped by voices and by expectations. But deep inside there's something nobody can mold, something real, something ours, something unique that gets instilled in us the day we put on our blazers. It's what connects us. It's what makes us brothers, not by blood, but by heart. And it's something we'll never lose. So as we enter the real world, we will receive freedom. Freedom which is not just handed to us, but rather claimed. And with this freedom comes a responsibility to act with integrity, lead with kindness, and ensure that we leave this world better than we found it. Whether that's in the form of a relationship, a family you'll have one day, in the workplace, or just as an ordinary citizen. This responsibility must be upheld at all times. I would then say the decision is yours. But honestly, having respect for yourself, I don't think there's a decision to it. It's a must, as we've been privileged enough to be equipped with the skills that go far beyond the classroom to truly take this world on. Emerson said it best, to be yourself in a world constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. So this is what we owe ourselves, it's what we owe each other, and it's what the world is waiting for us to bring. And I don't know if you're with me, but I'm feeling pretty empowered to show the world the type of men Wambu produces. So as I soon come to the end of my speech, I just think it's highly appropriate just to take a moment to thank those who have carried us here. Firstly, all thanks to God the highest for his strength, for his guidance, and for the grace that has brought us through every high and every low. Secondly, when I think of true leaders, I think of our teachers. I don't think most of you understand how our teachers are truly our number one supporters, dedicating their lives to helping us succeed. So for challenging us, for guiding us, and for believing in us when we didn't even believe in ourselves yet, we truly thank you. To the staff and groundskeepers, thank you for providing us with this space to learn, to stumble, and to grow. And to my friends, my classmates, my fellow Wambu brothers, thank you for truly walking this journey with me, for always reminding me to be true and real to myself and just making this chapter of my life truly unforgettable. People would then ask me what's one key thing I've taken from my year as head boy. And I've realized that whether I had this title or not, I feel I still would have been treated with the same respect, kindness, and love. And that's taught me something I'll never forget, that who we are as people will mean so much more than any title we can ever hold. So to conclude, class of 2025, as we enter this new chapter of our lives, always remember this: to lead with authenticity, fail loudly, love fiercely, live boldly, build your dreams, and carry the responsibilities that come with them. Because we are the ones who decide what type of leaders we will be, and we are the ones who decide what type of futures we will shape. Goodbye, Wynberg. Until we meet again, our blood will always be blue, our hearts will always be white. Supera Moras.
I would like to thank the Matrics for everything that you have done for the school over your 5 years, and particularly in your Matric year. I'd like to thank you for entertaining us on the sports fields this year. I'd like to thank you for the quality that you produced in the cultural pillar. I'd like to thank you for your service, for the efforts that you put into the service pillar. I'd like to thank you for being a special buddy to the grade 8s. I'd like to thank you for your support on Friday nights and Saturday mornings. It was special. I'd like to thank you for leading the school in 2025. And most of all, I'd like to thank you for the academic results you'll produce over the next 2 months. Can I please ask the matrics to stand? This is a call adapted from the preamble to the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. As you go out into our country in the years ahead, we call on you to assist, to heal the divisions of the past and establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, and fundamental human rights. Lay the foundations for a democratic society in which government is based on the will of the people and every citizen is equally protected by law. Improve the quality of life of all citizens and free the potential of each person. Build a united and democratic South Africa able to take its rightful place as a sovereign state in the family of nations. I'd like everybody to stand. The matrics are going to sing the school song for us. If everybody can remain standing, the matrics are now going to lead us out, but before they leave, I'd just like to explain the procedure. The matrics are going to lead out through that way. They're going to walk up the stairs along the 175 walkway. They're each going to ring the bell behind me, and then they will receive their old boy's tie just after ringing the bell. Once these seats have been opened up by the matrics leaving, parents could move across to this side just to get a better view of their sons ringing the bell.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. What's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
That's too funny, I'm sorry.
And I'll give you the reason. And the next one is like a page of the thesis.
Drinks.
Yeah, 1 hour. Three shots. Stay there and please let me know you want to. I want to pass them to the passage if you
And it's afternoon, that's why. Yes. Peddlers is open. Usually Peddlers not open when you finish.
Saying like, first I get the just me as a character. It's like, it just sounds. Well, naturally you had myself speaking to me reading culture. Oh, sorry, was that was? I have started to
You got a second and a third win a couple of times.
didn't read these things through really. I read the citation through. Then I get to the Wagyu and Banti Jubair, and I'm like, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, it got me. I got to that. I'm like, shit. I stayed for no. Whatever I love, I stayed for. Was I correct? Did I say correct? I definitely paused before I got to it. I definitely tripped a bit when I said it. No, but I got to it. I'm like, no, not this way.
Bruce's speech was great, except he forgot the parents. He thanked Weinberg, he thanked the ground staff, he thanked God.
Boys, if you can just remain on the stands.
I'm like preacher, politics, everything is sit. Oh, Dylan, Fienstra. Is he here? Mañana was here, okay, pardon. Mañana was here. And but that's very nice, right? Vibes. I like it.
Very sadly.
It was Melo leading it.
But it is.
Yeah.
They were singing in Hostel last night as well. Is Melo sitting there? Is he part of the grade 10 one?
And I'd love him to be, but he's unreliable. And that's my only. I know, he's got a show.
Well, sorry. But those boys, please remain as you are. Those boys on the stand, please stay where you are. Thank you. Okay, I'll give you a signal to dismiss.
Stay this side of the speaker, yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Thank you. I have been on their cases the whole week, and they assured me.
I know.
Right, those grade 8 to 11 boys. I need the grade 8 boys. There are 200 and something of you. You're going to remain behind. All right. And I think you know exactly why. I'm going to allow the 9s to 11s. You may dismiss now. The grade 8 boys remain behind. Right. While the 9s to 11s are dismissing, my grade 8 boys, you make sure you come to the chairs, please. Gather 5 chairs. And you make your way to the hall, please. Put those chairs into the hall. 1 boy, 5 chairs. Thank you. Right, Mr. Schultz is waiting at the boom. He will make sure that you end up going where you've got to go with 5 chairs, please. Right, there are 216 of you. Times 5, that's more than enough, boys, for the chairs we need. Thank you. Okay, the boys here where the matrics were sitting, please collect those chairs as well, right? Just politely move your way amongst the parents. Pick up 5 chairs on your way to the hall. Okay, my 9s through 11s, please move past that boom so the grade 8 boys can get past you. Thank you. Again, my grade 8 boys, please, where the matrics were sitting, those chairs have to go as well, please. Stacks of 5 on their way to the hall. Okay, I see a number of you standing here, my boys, grade 8 boys. Move your way to where the matrics were sitting, please. Thank you. Right, Mr. Schultz is there watching you as you go past. Yep, good shout out to those grade 8 boys who see the litter on the ground. You weren't asked to do that. Fantastic, well done. Okay, much appreciated. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Mr. Norris. Mr. Norris leading the way, well done.